Zebulon Home started as a need to, first of all, breach the housing deficits in Nigeria. And as of today, we have over 25 million housing deficits in Nigeria. And also to be able to achieve the dream I have, always to be able to make home ownership for people quite easy and affordable. As you can read over there, part of our mission statement is delivering the home ownership everywhere, because real estate provides security and opportunities for people to transfer wealth. So I'll give you a little backstory. My dad was a very successful business guy. I was very small. I heard the stories of how my dad was very rich and then he was able to help a lot of persons. But he invested more into stocks and bonds. And then several years later, he passed on while I was in JS3. That was about in the year 2000. Investment he made in stocks and shares couldn't sustain the family over a period of time. And then if he had invested into real estate as much as invested into shares, probably the family would not have that financial burden placed on them, upon his demise. So that's why I preach investing into real estate, because I know that for you to have transfer of wealth, which is one of the problems that we have in Africa and in Nigeria, you must have at least more than 50% of your investment into real estate. Real estate has improved from what it used to be a couple of years down the line, and then we are making progress, especially in Nigeria, and then case in point, Lagos, and then Abuja. Real estate is actually the key driver of development in the industry, but with the partnership of government providing the necessary necessities or amenities, the road network, multiple road networks, and then lights, and then other security around that axis, you see that people will be comfortable to invest. And then if you look at it, the private sector are driving most of these buildings. Is individuals buying land, some cooperative buying land, and then building accommodations to get sustainable wealth. First of the things you need to have a successful business in Nigeria is to have a crazy drive, because sometimes when the goings are tough, which many of the times it will, is that drive, knowing the reason why you started that business, that makes you to succeed. And then number two, having employ good hands, invest into your human resources, in as much as some people see it as a way of cutting costs, employing cheap services to do business. Then the outcome you're going to expect from there is going to be a cheap outcome. And then also you need good investors, and then capital, which is part of the things that is limiting many entrepreneurs. And then you need a strong vision and mission to drive, and then look out for new markets or new opportunities, even in existing markets. Do you understand? And then you can remain sustainably relevant in the industry. Okay, part of the challenges we have in real estate, everybody knows, is the money wahala. So the emergence of the realtor industry is a big industry in Nigeria, especially at play in Lagos. Is already putting a lot of checks and balances on that. And then the universal challenge is the dollar issue, because I remember a few years back you can get 2-bed or 3-bedroom for 30-40 million naira in Lagos. But today, the cost of building those things has skyrocketed. So if it is possible that the government can stabilize the dollar over a period of time, it's going to encourage many people to own homes. And then the issue of indigenship has really affected. From the last election that we had, people were saying we're fighting because they said Lagos is a no man's land, and that caused a lot of issue. So that many people from the southeast region refuse, that they are not going to buy land anymore, that they're going to chase them from Lagos. So if the country can be able to decentralize tribe, I believe there will be more investments, especially in Lagos and then other parts of Nigeria. I always live in the future, but I work in the present. So we have always had a vision board, and then we know that in the next 5 years we'll be playing in the global market. So we have properties in Dubai, we have properties in South Africa, we have properties in China, we have properties in Dubai or New York, which are the key business hubs that you have around the world. I like to dance. Dance music is things that turn me on. So I could chill with friends beside listening to good music, and then have a good time with my family, and then that's when we do Netflix and chill. So she's the only one I do Netflix and chill most of the times in the weekend. So that's basically it.